India was one of the first countries to announce that it will be signing a deal with the US to escape tariffs, and now looks like it is one of the last ones to actually sign it. Trump wants India to open up all its sectors to the US. India has some restrictions. Recent controversy is around non-veg milk. Non-veg milk is milk that comes from cows that are fed meat and blood from another cow. Indians use milk and ghee for religious purposes, and that does not allow non-veg milk. US wants to open up imports of milk into India, which India is not agreeing to. One reason being this, and the other being that it would hurt the domestic market. But now Trump has hinted that a deal with India is close and quote unquote will be like one with Indonesia. So Indonesia faces 19% tariffs still after opening up its market to the US. As per reports, India is seeking for tariffs lower than Indonesia from the US. A GTRI report says India must proceed with extreme caution in negotiating any deal with the US given Trump's approach, because Vietnam's case was one of the examples. Trump announced 20% tariffs on goods as part of supposed deal with Vietnam, while Vietnamese officials clarified that they agreed only to 11%. So India must be careful and give a joint statement before acknowledging any agreement, the report said. But what is happening with this deal? When will it be cracked? Here's a report.
A long-awaited India-US trade deal might finally be getting close. After sealing a new pact with Indonesia, US President Donald Trump has now hinted that India could be next. In his statement, Trump said that because of what they're doing with tariffs, the US is now expecting better access into India. While no official announcement has been made yet, this public signal has added weight to ongoing talks.
We insist on opening up the country, which is a big deal. Indonesia was great. He's a great president. And we made a terrific deal where they opened up the entire country to trade with the United States. We weren't allowed to go in and trade. I think something similar will happen with I would say, India.
Meanwhile, Indian officials have confirmed that negotiations are progressing steadily. As per some reports, the deal is moving forward as per the agreed terms of reference. What's important to note here is that India is among the few major economies that hasn't received Trump's infamous tariff letter yet. Letters which have already been sent to over 20 countries, warning of steep duties. That in itself is being seen as a sign that a trade understanding with India may be near. While final details aren't confirmed, Bloomberg reports suggest that India could get reduced tariffs, possibly under 20%, compared to the 25% or more imposed on other nations. However, key issues like agriculture, especially dairy and grains, remain sticking points. India has historically protected these sectors and may not be willing to open them up completely. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has said that talks are moving at a fast pace and both sides are pushing for a win-win outcome. The government remains hopeful that a mini-deal could be reached soon, potentially before Trump's self-imposed deadline kicks in. If successful, the deal could help India avoid costly new tariffs, while giving US exporters greater access to the Indian market. With India's exports to the US already growing sharply this year, this agreement could further strengthen trade ties. As per trade data released by the Commerce Ministry, despite 10% reciprocal tariffs imposed by US, India's exports to the US have jumped by a healthy 22% in April-June quarter, while imports from US have increased by 12% in the same period.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.